Hello again everyone, Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Venus square or opposition Neptune in a natal chart. Now some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. They were a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up as well, if you have Venus square or opposite Neptune in a natal chart, there may be difficulty in terms of having that love and enjoyment, which is Venus, to pursue your dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now, if Neptune is in Scorpio as an example, those dreams and fantasies may be tied in. It could be with something Scorpio related fields such as locksmithing, psychology, the occult, which includes astrology. Some other things could be work and as a surgeon, a coroner, working in forensics or investigation. It may be some major transformation that you're trying to do as well. And the thing about this is Venus square or opposite Neptune in the natal chart may also manifest in being hard to find that inspiration, which is Neptune, in terms of making money, which is Venus. Now, let's say, for example, if you have your Venus in Aquarius, it could be, you may make money, doing something, connected with altruistic or humanitarian acts. It could be doing something with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, meteorology, innovation, aviation, as some examples. And also, too, there may also be like trouble in terms of, valuing, which is Venus. So the imagination, which is Neptune. And if you have trouble in terms of valuing, using one's imagination, it may be more difficulty in terms of the expression of that imagination as well. And if Neptune is in Aquarius as an example, you may use your imagination, through, it could be through online activities on the computer, or something with astronomy or astrology. Aviation, electronics, as some examples. If you have Neptune in Capricorn, the imagination may simply be used, just in terms of attaining. It might maybe something business related, or it could be doing something that involves architecture, or even construction. As some examples. It could be too, if you have Venus square or opposition Neptune in a natal chart, another way it may manifest could be, terms of, if you have trouble or not realizing, having that realization of the attainment, realization of dreams, which is Neptune, may have more of an adverse effect on your self-worth, which is Venus, more so than most people. And let's say if Neptune is in Sagittarius as an example, those dreams may be tied in with adventure or exploration, foreign travel, publishing, advertising, printing press operation, could be college teaching. Those dreams may simply be very prodigious ones, because Sagittarius naturally doesn't do anything on a small scale. And the thing too is, also it could be where one is unrealistic, which is Neptune, and it could be artistic endeavors, which is Venus, or it could just simply be, making money, in general. And Venus, in Pisces, as an example, artistic endeavors, may involve, abstract art, fictional fantasy art. Venus in Aquarius can be art connected with science fiction, art that's very ingenious, innovative, futuristic. The art may involve, astrology or astronomy, as some examples. And Also, too, this could be, if you have, Venus square or opposite Neptune in a natal chart. Another way it may be expressed is that, it may be, an arduous task at times for you to simply enjoy, your art, that you may be doing if you are involved in artwork, which is Venus in, solitude, seclusion, isolation, which is Neptune. Venus is in Gemini as an example. That artwork, maybe, could be cartoon, art or animated art, as an example. You know, um, Venus in Taurus, maybe very basic art. It can be, drawings, depictions of meadows, peaceful settings, gardens, things of that nature. And also, too, these aspects may also be, inauspicious in terms of, relationships, which is Venus with, Neptune related people. When I say Neptune related people, it could be those, that are Neptune, professions, whether it could be chemists or people, poets, or people that are, it could be people that are very spiritual. Um, it may also be, people that, it could also include, the less fortunate, such as people that are, in an impoverished situation, the oppressed, the homeless, the hungry, people that were formerly imprisoned, as some examples. And the thing too is, if your Venus, say, is in the zodiac sign Cancer, as an example, those relationships, you know, maybe, one or more may actually be a Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are dedicated, devoted, tenacious, sympathetic, protective, introverted. It could be those that are also moody and temperamental as well. And also, too, there could also be issues in terms of attempting, if you're trying to escape, which is Neptune, to, a peaceful or tranquil place, which is Venus. You may have a hard time doing it, which could indicate having trouble finding, maybe that peace, escaping toward peace in general. And the thing is, Venus, going back to the zodiac sign Cancer as an example, that peaceful place may simply be, one's home, or it could be placed to connect with your roots or your ancestry, nostalgic places, as some examples. Now, if there's any issues that involve the neck, the throat, the thyroid, kidneys, or lower back, which is Venus, it may have more of a negative or adverse effect in terms of sleeping and relaxation, which is Neptune, more so than most people. And the thing is, if you have, you're going to, your Venus and Aquarius as an example, those issues may be very sporadic, erratic, and intermittent. They may be more nerve related. As an example, Venus is in Aries as another example. It could be very quick, sharp, types of pain that you may, get. And also, another way these aspects may manifest in a natal chart is that you may have trouble in terms of, the insight and intuition, which is Neptune, in financial and monetary matters, which is Venus. And, and that could be, there could be a lot of examples with that, including, if you're doing something of a speculative nature, or investing, in something, trouble having that, vision, seeing, what the stocks, which ones are good to invest in, or even, detecting some kind of, deception from others in monetary matters, as some examples. And, Venus is in, and going back to the zodiac sign Cancer again, Venus is in Cancer. Those monetary matters may involve like the home or real estate dealings, um, Venus in Virgo is another example, maybe more, connected. It could be with health and fitness products, or it could be, something that involves, doctor visits or what have you. And also too, um, there may be difficulty in terms of incorporating, one's talents and abilities, which is Venus. Say doing something Neptune related, which can include poetry or dancing, or, doing something, with film or videos, such as making YouTube videos as an example, and that's Neptune is connected with videos. And, the thing is, let's say if your Venus is in Gemini as an example, those talents and abilities, maybe tied in with just being, could be, expressing versatility, multitasking, eloquence, speaking, abilities, being able to articulate things well, having that gift of gab. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying, stay well.